Hey guys, it's me again, the girl who fell off planet Earth for 3 months apparently on YouTube. And I apologise for that. I am going to try and get better at making YouTube videos. The plan is to post every week. Don't take my word for that, because that's probably not going to happen, because I'm quite busy. I basically post on TikTok and Instagram every day. Well, 99.9% every day. So if you're only on my YouTube and you want to see more, go over to my Instagram and TikTok. This video is about 5 months too late, but I'm trying to get through each song, but these videos take so long to edit, so long, and I don't have the patience for any of that. But I thought, you know what, this is my most meaningful song. And if you're new here and you have no idea what I'm talking about, I post YouTube videos about songs that I've made, and I basically break them down and explain every lyric and what it means, just so when you listen to my music it becomes a bit more meaningful. I've already done This Is It and Back and Forth, which were the first 2 singles I released. This is On My Own, which is the 3rd single I released. I'm going in order. And it was also my most meaningful song. And if you don't know, this song is about my struggle with ADHD and autism as someone who is diagnosed with both. And yeah, so let's get into breaking down On My Own, and let's start with the first verse. So the first verse starts with "Everything is right at last. You tell me how you feel, but I don't know what you're saying."
Everything is right at last. You tell me how you feel, but I don't know what you're saying.
So that is very self-explanatory. Basically, you're telling me how you feel, but as an autistic person, I don't understand emotions. And if you know me personally, you'll know that I do struggle with emotions. And you basically tell me how you feel, but I have no idea what you're saying. Like, I can't understand what you mean. For example, if someone's crying in front of me, I have no idea what to do. I'll probably cry with you, but it's hard for me to understand how to comfort someone in that situation. That is basically what that lyric means. Then we move on to the pre-chorus, which starts with "Everything about me isn't real. I keep on forgetting how to feel. I'm on my own."
Everything about me isn't real. I keep on forgetting how to feel. I'm on my own.
So the first verse was based on autism. The pre-chorus is based on ADHD. So I zone out 99.9% of the time. So if you're speaking to me and I'm ignoring you, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm just not on planet Earth at that minute. I zone out for different reasons. The main reason is if I'm anxious, uncomfortable, or sometimes it's just random. Honestly, like, not all the time is this because I'm anxious. I used to zone out on stage quite a bit in college, and I used to get shouted at for it because I would skip verses and skip choruses and not know where I'm up to when my brain decides to zone myself back in. So this is basically saying everything about me isn't real, so everything doesn't feel real around me when I'm zoned out. I keep on forgetting how to feel, so when I zone back in, I don't know how I feel about it because I don't know where I am and what's happening. I'm on my own, meaning when I zone out, I feel alone and no one else is there because it's just silence and muffled and I'm in my own world. If you've ever zoned out before, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm not saying only people with ADHD zone out. That is not true. Everyone zones out, I'm pretty sure. If not, then I'm wrong with that one. Then, at the end of the pre-chorus, it says, "But it's okay, this is my norm, this is just how I am."
But it's okay, this is my norm. This is just how I am.
It's very self-explanatory. That's just how I am. It's normal for me to zone out, and I just need to explain to the people around me that if it happens, it happens, and just let me be. So moving on to the chorus, this is kind of linked to both ADHD and autism. So it goes, "I'm sinking into the earth. How can I breathe? There's too much in my head and my heart stops beating."
I'm sinking into the earth. How can I breathe? There's too much in my head and my heart stops beating.
So this first chorus, I wanted it to be like deep and meaningful. And we'll move on to the last chorus, which is slightly different. So this chorus is quite deep and meaningful. So this is also linked to zoning out. I'm sinking into the earth, meaning everything's fuzzy, I don't know what's happening. Then the how can I breathe, there's too much in my head and my heart stops beating, that is linked to overstimulation with autism. So I've been in so many situations where I've got so overstimulated so fast and I don't know what to do. It basically just sends me into a big panic and it feels like my heart stops beating and there's a lot in my head. And I've been very lucky to have people around me who know how to help me in that situation. But yeah. This next lyric in the end of the chorus is linked to ADHD in my opinion. So this is, I can't put my feelings to words, I can't shake the feeling I'm letting you down, but I keep on moving.
I can't put my feelings to words. I can't shake the feeling I'm letting you down, but I keep on moving.
So I created this lyric about being forgetful. So as someone with ADHD, I have the worst memory in the entire world. And for example, that is for when someone tells me to do something and within the space of 2 seconds I've completely forgot what to do, or I'll go and do it and then come back and not have done what I was meant to do. And this happens a lot. Basically, I can't shake the feeling that I'm letting people down. So like I said, this first chorus is very sad and meaningful, but then it goes uplifting for the final chorus. So verse 2, those around me feel so distant, it's like they're wearing masks.
Those around me feel so distant, it's like they're wearing masks.
This is to do with me losing a lot of people due to people not knowing how to cope around me, because I can be 1, very energetic, or 2, very not energetic, and I just want to be left alone, and people don't understand that and they see that as just me not wanting to be part of anything. So people around me felt distant because they were moving away and they stopped speaking to me because they didn't think I wanted to be involved when I did. And then we go through the pre-chorus again, which I've already been through, and the chorus, which I've already explained. So then we go into the middle section, which the middle section's my favourite section because it uplifts the song and makes it happy rather than being really depressing and sad. So the middle 8 goes, 'cause now I've found my home, the next time I feel alone, I think of the things I've overthrown, now I know.
'Cause now I've found my home, the next time I feel alone, I think of the things I've overthrown, now I know.
So I wrote these lyrics about my friends, because I have the most incredible best friends who understand me and know exactly what to do in situations, and they feel like my home. So, because now I've found my home, meaning I have found my friends, the next time I feel alone, I think of the things I've overthrown. So the next time I'm in a situation when I am very overstimulated, I just think of past times when I've been overstimulated and what has helped me through that, which has been my friends. And then now I know, meaning now I know how to help myself rather than needing other people to help me. So then we move on to the final chorus, which is very similar to the other choruses, but it's switched a little bit. So the second part of the chorus says, I know how to breathe with too much in my head and my heart still beating.
I know how to breathe with too much in my head and my heart still beating.
So I'm now saying I know how to breathe rather than how can I breathe. And then instead of saying there's too much in my head and my heart stops beating, I'm now saying there is still too much in my head, but now my heart is still beating rather than not beating. I then say I can't put my feelings to words.
Can't put my feelings to words.
Which is very true. What I'm feeling, I can't really say, because I don't know what I'm feeling 99.9% of the time. So if I'm upset and you're asking me if I'm okay, I'm probably just going to say yeah, even if I'm not, because I can't really explain why I'm not okay. But people have helped me a lot around that, and they've figured out how to help me without actually understanding what's wrong. Then the final part of the last chorus is, but I'll shake the feeling I'm letting you down and I'll keep on moving.
But I'll shake the feeling I'm letting you down and I keep on moving.
rather than me saying I can't shake the feeling, I'm letting you down, I'm now saying, but I'll shake the feeling, meaning I'm not going to take it to heart that I'm letting you down, because I know it's not my fault, and I know it's not your fault for shouting at me or getting upset with me, but I'll just shake it off and just see it as just another thing. But yeah, that is my song On My Own, and this video is so hard for me to make because, like I said, I can't speak about how I feel. I don't like speaking about my feelings, and this going into detail into my most meaningful song when it is literally about my feelings is really hard for me. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and hopefully you understand the song a little bit more and it means more to you. If you are someone who has ADHD or autism, you are not the only person that struggles. I am also someone that struggles, and that is why I wrote this song, because I wanted to write a relatable song, because there is not many songs about autism and ADHD, and this is just a nice little spin to it to explain it in a better way rather than just making it sound like we're different when we're not different. We just think different. That's the only difference. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and I'm going to try and post as much as I can, and I apologise for disappearing for 3 months, but I'm going to post a video tomorrow or in the next couple of days, because I'm going to film a day in the life tomorrow for YouTube, which is different because I usually film it on my TikTok, but the YouTube version is going to be more in detail, hopefully. So I shall see you for the day in the life, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace.